If you break down the damage that has been done to each of these 4 reactors, you can see why U.S. officials are saying the situation is much more dire than we have so far heard from Japanese officials. Number 1, there was a hydrogen explosion early on, did some damage to the entire structure. Number 2, another hydrogen explosion, possible containment damage. Number 3, another explosion, possible structural tear. That's important because it's the only one that has plutonium in it along with the uranium. And then, of course, we move down to the most important one, number 4 down here, where we've had also an explosion, a report of possibly a second one, a series of fires, and so much focus on this one. Not so much because of the reactor core. It was shut down when the earthquake hit, and it's encased in this containment facility. That's what the center part of these are contained in. The worry is about this part over here, the area where they stored the spent nuclear rods. In this case, they had taken some active ones out of here and moved it in there for maintenance over here. This area is what has U.S. officials so worried because they believe the water level here, for one reason or another, has dropped below those rods. Even though they are spent nuclear rods, they're still radiologically active. And if they're not kept in water and they're not cooled, they heat up a great deal and begin emitting enormous amounts of radioactivity. How much? So much that nuclear experts tell me if these are fully uncovered, and this is not a sealed area, you could be talking about fatal doses of radiation in 50 meters, maybe a little bit more. Huge amounts of radiation coming out. That's important not only because of the obvious threat it poses to the workers there, but because it also keeps them from getting close to this to try to address this issue. It could even keep them from getting close to the other reactors to try to keep meltdowns from happening over there. This is the problem that has everyone worried because these spent rods, on top of everything else, are essentially uncovered, and there's nothing to keep that radiation from running wild, and it can keep them from being able to stop or deal with everything else, and that's what may have the longest, farthest reaching problems for the entire country of Japan.